for a chat, and nothing else. I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Keene Own honors and supports elders and families by offering culturally Asian and linguistically appropriate healthcare services in a healthy living community. Originally established in 1985 as the nation's first bilingual Chinese American nursing home, Keene Own now provides a full continuum of care, including wellness and education programs, home care, assisted living apartments, rehabilitative services, and long-term care. For more information, please visit keeneown.org. That's KINON.org. This has been a public service announcement from Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Rainier Avenue Radio presents All Music, All Day Saturday. Music, all day Saturday.
This is Edwin Bailey, Bulldog Blue.
Jazz from the Cabinets.
That's right. It's time once again for Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy.
Start Time.
Thanks for tuning in. My name is Paul Pierce.
This is Start Time. Saturdays, all music, all day. Reggae Hour. K-Fox Night.
Looking for the perfect beat? Yeah, it's the beat of the Fox.
Fresh Juice with D-Money in the
Myself, Blue Money. Nice Eyes Patrol.
Taylor Hart.
This is Spencia, the Northwest Rap Gang.
DJ Medina. Chad Cheddar. Northwest Rat Gang.
Sergio Lacour's Love Line.
It's Sergio's Love Lines with Sergio LaCour. Go to the phone lines. Hello, who we talking?
Sea Monster Radio. Mo Jams. It's your jam.
We're live. Welcome to Mojam Mondays. This is KZ of KZ Music Media. Caller Goddess for Mojam Mondays.
Just my God is inspiration. All day and all night. Saturdays on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
All right. Little James Brown, say it loud. I'm Rick DuPree, Dupe, and welcome to Monday Night Sports with Dupe and Edwin Bailey. Hope you've had a good week, and we got a good show. We got a lot to talk about. Rico Brown is checking us out. What's up, Rico Brown? From the hood, up the street from Franklin High School. Tell the fam we said hello. Okay, so real cool. If I could spell, look at that. I wrote my name. Well, that's what happens when you're rushing and doing it. So anyway, with that said, last week we had a couple of things we wanted to show you, and that was we talked about Russell Westbrook, and it was interesting because Monday night we were doing the show and talked about Russell Westbrook, and said, hey, he was one away on the previous Saturday, so a week ago Saturday, he tied Oscar Robertson's record for the most triple doubles in a career. And a record everyone said would not be broken. And we didn't have time to run a clip with Russell Westbrook talking a little bit about that. And so we're gonna play some highlights and what have you, because obviously the very next game, which was the night we did the show last week, a week ago, he broke the record. And just for perspective, Oscar Robertson had the NBA record, 181 triple doubles, and it was in place since 1974. Now you keep in mind, you got Magic that came in, and Magic really, I think, brought attention to the triple double. But people didn't realize, I think, if they were not really into basketball and the previous era, had known what Oscar Robertson had done. But Magic, again, was a guy that he I think reinvented or recreated, if you will, brought attention to the triple double with his play. But anyway, Russell Westbrook broke the record Monday night. He's in his 13th season, still only 32 years old, and against Atlanta, hit 28 points, 13 rebounds, 21 assists, and just incredible. And Russell Westbrook, so just want to say congratulations to him, give him props. And here's a guy, if you remember, when the Sonics, their last season, they drafted him and the team moved to Oklahoma, so he never played in a Sonics uniform, unlike Jeff Green and Kevin Durant, who are back together in Brooklyn. Russell Westbrook never wore a Sonics uniform. And man, wouldn't that be something if we can get a team here and he could finish out his career here. He just plays at a level that's crazy. So want to congratulate him real quickly. And then we're going to go to a couple of highlights of him and some people talking about that in just a second, but also want to recognize the NBA Hall of Fame ceremony. The 2020 inductees were recognized and were inducted this past weekend, and a moving speech from Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa. So we want to share a little bit about that as well. And then we're going to identify our players, and I say that plural, players of the week, to get an Emerald City Fish and Chips gift card in basketball and baseball. But first, let's go to Daniel. If you can go to the highlight, that first story, and we'll just kind of run it in order with Russell Westbrook. If you can run that, let's see. And do we have the audio?
I guess I was doing a little bit more than others.
If you want to start that from the beginning again, we go forward. Yeah, here we go.
I thought everybody played the same way. I thought everyone was trying to get rebounds and get assists and try to help the team win. But, I guess I was doing a little bit more than others.
Almost 60 years ago, Oscar Robertson became the NBA's career triple-double king, breaking Bob Cousy's all-time record of 32 in just his second season. The Big O never looked back, finishing with 181 of them in his career, a mark that appeared impossible to reach. Then, along came Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, first pro triple-double.
If a national TV audience didn't know before, they know now. Russell Westbrook, one of the best rookies you're going to see out there.
It was a slow start toward the record for Westbrook, who had 8 triple-doubles in his first 6 NBA seasons, 140 fewer than Robertson over the same span.
Somebody said to you, do you think it's possible to average a triple-double in the NBA? I would say, why not?
Since then, he's rewritten the record book, averaging a triple-double during his 2016-17 MVP campaign.
I only have one more thing to say. MVP! History rewritten.
Westbrook notched 42 triple-doubles that year, passing the Big O for the most in a season in league history.
I'm honored to just be mentioned in a conversation with Oscar Robertson.
The kid is outstanding, to be honest. It's really outstanding. I think he's done a lot for basketball.
That was only the beginning for Russ, and he has now averaged a triple-double for the 4th time. Robertson is the only other player to do that even once, 60 years ago.
Westbrook's got his triple-double. Triple-double! Triple-double in the first half. Russell Westbrook offering another triple-double.
No team has been safe from Russ's path. He's recorded a triple-double against all 30 franchises, not just once, but multiple times.
What he's doing is just electrifying. He's got the people clamoring to see Westbrook play.
Westbrook has mass-produced the triple-double, turning a former statistical achievement into 3 round numbers some roll their eyes at. It's gone from novelty to normal.
I honestly believe there is no player like myself. If we want to take it for granted, sorry for them.
At 32 years old, it seemed like Westbrook's high-flying days might be dwindling, that he might not have the legs to outleap 7-footers for boards anymore. But just when some started counting him out, he's proven once again Russell Westbrook does not abide by the conventional.
Man, pretty incredible. And, you think about it, and we're going to play a couple more highlights. I want to play some people talking about him. And then there's a clip that I wanted to play last week with him talking about that. But the crazy thing is that now you look at guys like that, and, look at Tom Brady, you look at LeBron and what have you, and guys that are taking better care of themselves, so they're able to play longer at a high level. And obviously, a guy like Russell Westbrook, he relies so much on that explosiveness, his leaping ability, what have you. But man, I just love his game. So go ahead, Daniel, play that where people are talking about him breaking the record and said it would never happen. That's a second clip that we had, if we got it. And this is where you got all these greats.
Meant to be broken, but wow. I know. Oscar, no, there's not one guy on this planet who can do it. I think that's one of those records that will never be touched.
I don't think that's going to happen either, not for a whole year.
What Oscar did with the triple-double, that will never happen ever again. Never in history of the game.
Here's our.
Yeah, and that was go ahead. That was it's just a short 27-second clip there, but some of the greats talking about him that it would never happen, and I just think that Yeah, it is pretty incredible. Hey, Daniel, let's go to don't worry about the game highlights, because we saw a lot of highlights in that first feature story. Go to the fourth, where there's other people congratulating Westbrook. This is pretty cool. Where just a number of people that I want to recognize what he did.
Record, just an unprecedented run, sustained excellence over time. Just proud of you, proud of the man that you become.
It's a huge deal, and you deserve it. My respect to that, and congratulations.
Congrats, brother, for passing Oscar Robertson in most triple doubles in history. It's a huge honor.
When it comes to you, it's never a question of if, just a question of when. If it can be done, you're the guy to get it done. On behalf of the NBPA and the entire Brotherhood, congratulations.
You've had an outstanding career, and what you've accomplished is definitely something not to be sneezed at.
You've been a blessing for all basketball fans and all kids growing up wanting to be players. To watch you play and how hard you play, how hard you compete, you are a great example for others.
You're so humble in what you do. Your efforts is just impeccable. I remember when you first came into this building as a rookie and how you worked and where you are now at this point. Congratulations, man. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, the one last cut I want to play, and that was from last week. I told you. Now this cut is before he got the record, but it's him talking about triple doubles, and the question leading up to it was, he does it so much, does it mean anything, and what have you. But check out his comments. It's about a minute and a half comment here from Russell Westbrook. I think it really kind of gives you a sense of the type of guy he is and what it means to him.
The thing is that for me, I take pride, like I say, every single night and leaving it all on the floor. I honestly believe there's no player like myself. And if people want to take it for granted, sorry for them. But I'm pretty sure if everybody could do it, they'll do it. And I honestly make sure that I impact the game in many ways every night, defending, rebounding, passing, assisting, whatever it is that my team needs for me to be able to win. And that's what I do. I really don't, honestly, Cass, I don't care what nobody thinks about it. I don't care if somebody thinks it is, whatever they want to call it, stat padding or not useful. I mean, I think it's very interesting that it's not useful now that I'm doing it. It wasn't useful when Magic and Oscar and those guys were doing it. But now that I do it and it looks easy, this shit ain't easy though. I tell you that. It ain't easy. I take a lot of pride in my preparation. I take a lot of pride in taking care of my body. I take a lot of pride in competing every night. I don't take nights off. I don't cheat the game. So with that, I'm okay with the results of going out and competing. And if it's a triple double, then shit, why not? That's my motto. Why not continue to keep going?
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you. Now, I love his attitude, because he said, man, it ain't easy. And he's right. He said, if everyone could do it, they'd be doing it. But this cat has averaged, listen to me, averaged a triple double, for a season. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. So, again, congratulations to Russell Westbrook, a guy who, what I like about him so much is that, he's just a warrior. He comes out, he competes, and like you said, he takes pride in what he does. And I think that, as he said, because he makes it look so easy, people maybe discount it and don't really value what he's done. But man, as he said, it's not easy. To have, you have very few players that their career scoring or average a double or whatever the case may be, or have a double figures in rebounds or assists. And this guy, man, is averaging over a season, multiple times. So it's ridiculous what he's able to do. But again, Russell Westbrook, congratulations to him for breaking Oscar Robertson's record, man. And again, 181. And what was interesting, they talked about in his first few seasons, I can't remember the exact number, but first few seasons, he only had a few. And listen to this. This is really interesting. See, I'm reading from an NBA article. It says, although triple doubles happen more frequently than in Robinson's era, thanks to the pace of the game and what have you, Westbrook doesn't have a peer for how routinely he's able to do that. Magic Johnson's third all-time on the list. So now you got Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson. Magic had 138 in his career. Russell Westbrook now has 182. I don't know, he may have got another triple-double between when he broke the record on Monday and now. Magic is third. Jason Kidd finished his career with 107. And LeBron James now the closest active player, to Russell Westbrook. LeBron has 99. So that puts it into perspective a little bit, just what this brother's able to accomplish. It's crazy. I mean, this season he's averaging double. He went into the night averaging 11.5 when he broke the record, 11 and a half assists a game. That was tops in the NBA, and the only player in double digits. He was sixth in rebounds going into Monday's game when he broke the record, 11.6, and he was averaging 22 points a game. So he, it's just unreal what he does. Obviously, I'm a huge basketball fan, and so I want to switch gears a little bit because pretty incredible. So with the pandemic and everything, the class of 2020 was actually enshrined on Saturday, and they kept moving the date, but it actually happened on Saturday the 15th, and there were 9 individuals that were inducted, and I'm going to read them off in a minute. Then I want to go to a video, and Danielle, I'll let you know when to run it. And it's so Michael Jordan was kind of there and part of the announcement that the I don't know what you want to call it, but recognizing Kobe, but Kobe's wife Vanessa spoke. But here you go. So Kobe, obviously 18 years, our 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champion, 15-time All-Star. Actually, I said 18 times. He's 18-year career, 15 times All-Star, 3 NBA Finals MVP. I mean, just the numbers. I'm sorry. I'm mixing those up with Tim Duncan. Let me read it again. Kobe's 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champion. All right. Second person to be inducted was Tim Duncan, 15-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA Finals MVP. All right. 15-time NBA All-Star and 9-time NBA All-Defensive First Team selection, Kevin Garnett, that's number 3. 4-time National Coach of the Year, Eddie Sutton. 2-time NBA champion, coach Rudy Tomjanovich. 10-time WNBA All-Star, 4-time Olympic four-time Olympic gold medalist Tamika Catchings. 3-time NCAA National Championship coach of Baylor, Kim Mulkey. 5-time Division II National Coach of the Year, Barbara Stevens, and then FIBA executive Patrick Baumann. So 9 individuals inducted into the Hall of Fame. And, it's interesting because it talks about the class of 2020, one of the most historic of all time. And some big losses, obviously, Kobe, and also last year, long time Commissioner David Stern, passed as well. But anyway, with that said, go ahead and Dan, if you want to start the video, keep the sound off for just a minute because there's somebody doing a voiceover, but there's Michael Jordan walking Vanessa Bryant up. And go ahead and bring the sound up because I think she starts talking before they go to her. So go ahead with the sound.
If my husband were here tonight, he would have a long list of people to thank that helped inspire him and equip him to be in the Hall of Fame. Family, friends, mentors, the Lakers, teammates, muses, and opponents. This is one of the many hard parts about not having him here. At the risk of leaving anyone out, I can only say thank you. Kobe's personal stats speak for themselves. Kobe was on a different level. He never took shortcuts when it came to basketball. He gave this game his all. Kobe played through injury after injury. People don't know this, but one of the reasons my husband played through injuries and pain was because he said he remembered being a little kid sitting in the nosebleeds with his dad to watch his favorite player play. He could recall the car ride, the combos, and the excitement of being lucky enough to have a seat in the arena. Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play, the kids with the same excitement he once had. Congratulations, baby. All of your hard work and sacrifices paid off. You once told me, if you're going to bet on someone, bet on yourself. I'm glad you bet on yourself, you overachiever. You did it. You're in the Hall of Fame now. You're a true champ. You're not just an MVP. You're an all-time great. I'm so proud of you. I love you forever and always. Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah, so that was I didn't see it live, but pretty emotional. So Kobe Bryant obviously heading up that list of players and coaches that were named to the Hall of Fame this past weekend. That is the 2020 class. Okay, so a couple of things. We got a few minutes left here. Oh, wait, we got more than a few minutes. But a couple of things I want to make you aware of. Again, please stay tuned. As you know, right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, we are celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander month. And so please make sure to stay tuned with the different shows and celebrations that we have. Also, basketball, Lincoln at Cleveland tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Roosevelt at Rainier Beach, and then Friday, Franklin at Rainier Beach. Girls games will bring you double headers, each of those games. Girls games at 5:45, boys games at 7:30. And then baseball on Thursday at 3:30, O-Day at Garfield. And you can make sure to catch that right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And so, excuse me, all of that coming up, and we're excited to bring that to you. So, turning to our players of the week real quickly, I want to recognize, them. So we did last week one of the honestly better boys basketball games. And again, if you just tuned in, this is Monday Night Sports. I'm DuPree, and apologize, Edwin. We've been having problems trying to get on. Both of us had problems logging on, and I called him to what we were doing. Said, "Man, can you get it?" He's having trouble, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to join us. If he is able to, we'll get him on for the last few minutes. If not, and I want to say also in advance, thanks to Juan Cota. I'll be out the next couple of weeks, and so Juan stepping in, filling in for me, and it'll be him and Edwin, right here on Monday Night Sports next couple of weeks. So anyway, with that said. I guess, Daniel, do we have a drum roll again? And this is for, don't do it yet. This is for the basketball player of the week. And what we do is give you that. And the basketball player of the week, leading O-Day over Garfield with 24 points, senior Jermaine Davis. I think we have a highlight of him.
Beck ends up with a 3-on-2 break. Davis with the ball, leans back, hangs in the air, banks it high off the glass and in.
And check that was Jalen Ellis, Tony. Jalen Ellis, the senior, with a great floater there.
That was Jalen Ellis.
Yeah, off the window.
And so, again, that was a bucket by Jalen Ellis. But Jermaine Davis led O-Day. He had 10 points in the first half, 14 in the second half. But he made just some key plays. And actually, O-Day, it was a close game. Garfield was, I wouldn't say in control. I wouldn't say in control. I mean, Garfield had a lead, and both of these teams, they have spurts and what have you, and we talked about that. But early in the third quarter, there was a confrontation between Corin Johnson and Owen Moriarty, and the players were jawing back and forth. And the one thing I think the referee did a good job of is not giving them a tee, not kicking them out, but told the coach, come get them, sit them down. And I think that was a turning point because Garfield was leading. They were leading by 8 at the half, 46-38. They were outscored 22-6 in the third quarter. And O-Day went in. That's when O-Day kind of took command. And I tell you, just the senior Jermaine Davis did a tremendous job. So congratulations to O-Day senior Jermaine Davis. He is the winner of our basketball player of the week, a $20 gift card to Emerald City Fish and Chips. And just want to say thank you to Emerald City Fish and Chips, their support of our prep basketball and allowing us to have the player of the week. And then also we have a player of the week from baseball. And how rare is it that someone throws a shutout, a no-hitter, whatever the case may be. But in this case, Carson Burke from Franklin High, senior pitcher, threw a shutout against the Rainier Beach Vikings. So congratulations to Carson. Great game on the mound, and led the Quakers to a win over Rainier Beach. And so he is also a winner of our player of the week, the baseball player of the week, and will get a $20 gift card to Emerald City Fish and Chips. And again, I want to remind you, if you're a baseball fan, tune in on
congratulations to the Metro League for making this happen, providing a baseball season. The student athletes swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout for Burke.
There we go. And that was that highlight you saw, one of them. So again, we will have live coverage here. Again, I want to remind you tomorrow, Lincoln at Cleveland basketball, and then Roosevelt at Rainier Beach, and then Franklin on baseball on Thursday at 3:30. O'Day will be at Garfield. So if you are a baseball fan, check that out. And again, let me go back and reread the basketball that we have. So tomorrow, Lincoln at Cleveland. That is tomorrow. Roosevelt at Rainier Beach on Wednesday, and then Franklin at Rainier Beach on Friday. All of those games you can hear right here live on Rainier Avenue Radio. The basketball games, girls at 5:45, boys at 7:30. And then on Thursday, like I just said, you'll have live baseball O'Day at Garfield right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. So again, want to go back and one of the things I wanted to be able to comment on. I really want to get Edwin's take a little bit, but you look at, as we go back to a guy like a Russell Westbrook, a guy like a Kobe Bryant, and the impact that they have on their teammates. These are guys, I mean, Michael Jordan, and many of us saw The Last Dance, and I think a lot of people were surprised at how hard Michael Jordan was on his teammates, and how some of his teammates, again, Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant in particular, had a lot of negative things to say about The Last Dance. I was privy to it to a certain degree because my brother David at the time was the NBA editor for USA Today. And in the Chicago era where Jordan won the 6 titles, he almost exclusively covered Chicago, and he's told me stories and what have you. But I mean, he talked about that, and this is what I want to get Edwin's take on. We'll talk about it when I get back. The next couple of weeks it'll be Edwin and Juan. But if you got a guy who's going to give it his all, and you heard Kobe Bryant's wife talk about, he didn't cut corners. I mean, when it came to basketball, in everything, not just basketball, he gave his all. He gave his all. And that's the type of a guy Michael Jordan was. And I remember my brother telling me a story. If you remember when they said he had the flu or was sick or whatever, and then he hit Utah, I think it was like for 40 something, whatever. And somebody called my brother and said, hey, get to the arena early. My brother, would tend to get there, not late, but would get there early, but got there early to see Chicago get off the bus. And I think it was Pippen and Rodman on either side of Jordan. Jordan was so weak and so sick that basically he didn't want them to hold him up, but they were kind of just bumping next to him. So it was like Jordan in the middle, and they were on either side of him like this. And they were kind of just bumping him as he was walking. And they took him into the training room, turned out the lights, gave him medication, whatever. He lay down almost until tip-off, time to get out there. But he was the type of guy, he didn't want anyone to know there was anything wrong. And I'm just curious, and we'll get Edwin's take on this in the future. What's it like playing with a guy like that? Because I know he had some teammates like that, and that held others accountable. And I think if you are accountable and get out there and do the job, you're not offended by it, And he was tough on his teammates. Anyway, that is going to do it for us this week on Monday Night Sports. Lid Line is up next, so don't turn the dial, don't go away. Granville Emerson, Peppy Bean, and the team, they are right here for Daniel Bellis. Daniel, thank you for getting all the video together. I know you're rushing around and doing a lot, so thank you for that. Thanks to the big guy, Edwin Bailey. Next couple of weeks, tune in right here, 6:30 Monday nights. Juan and Edwin will be right here with you. So that does it for me. I'm Dupe. Until a few weeks, I'll see you then. Peace and God bless.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world.